the superpower every man needs, man. I've been so excited to talk about this. So excited because honestly, this is my number one gift. And let's get right into it, right? You should be borderline delusional, borderline. And the reason I say borderline is because you need to be able to tell yourself the truth. But what do I mean by borderline delusional? Bro, you gotta be so crazy about your abilities. Notice I didn't say about myself, about your abilities, your ability to win, your ability to execute, your ability to dominate, that you never bet against yourself. You have to be borderline delusional. I always aspired to have a lot of material success in this world. To be my own boss, to run my own schedule, to have autonomy with my time, with my money, with where I live in this world and all that. And I reached that when I was 18, 19 years old with my car detailing business, where I didn't have to answer to nobody. I didn't have to work a job and things like that, which is not wrong. I work a job right now. But during that time, I was borderline delusional. The only thing that I had was the Most High and my faith in Him, my faith in God. Because I was 18, 19, looking for business ideas and looking to see how the hell can I start a business as an 18, 19-year old? How do I learn how to even, start a business? Well, motherfucker, just start a business and then you become a business owner, right? And, was something that always impresses me about that time. I don't remember having any doubts that it would work. I didn't have the resistance that I do with certain things today. And I trusted myself so much because I had so much to prove that I just said, fuck it. Let me take a radical, bold action. And that's something that if you want this superpower, borderline delusion, you have to take radical fucking actions. And you have to put your money where your mouth is. You have to grab your fucking nuts and say, hey, hold on, because this motherfucking ride is gonna be crazy, but it's gonna show you who I really fucking am. A lot of men, they allow themselves to roll over and die. Like they have no fucking fight. They have no urge. They're like, oh, fuck it. I'll just I'll just put it off, or like it's just not worth it. What about, bro? Who gives a fuck, man? Like if you want something, fucking go after it. There's no point in waiting, and that's the problem with too many men today. What the fuck are you waiting for? Like if you have ambition, make that shit happen, or at least fucking do your best to make it happen, because at least you have fucking nuts, bro. And as a man, it's important to know that, because when you know that, when you have that level of self-belief, you have authority over yourself, because you're willing to fail. Courage, courage itself. Courage is not I don't feel afraid. Fearlessness, it's not the same thing. Courage is being able to be afraid and still endure, because that's really what it takes to be a great man, is to endure. It's to be able to endure the hard times and the high times, right? This life is an endurance game. And the only way you're gonna be able to constantly push yourself, is if you have the number one superpower, borderline delusion, right? And like I said, the aspect of it is you fucking just say, fuck it, I'll figure it out on the way. Because what happens to a lot of us, especially if you're competent, you have the great thinking strategic mind, you get stuck in analysis paralysis, and you'll put shit off. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, it's just right now. Like, I need to know more. I don't feel ready. Like, I don't feel ready to, take that step. Or, it's just gonna take a little bit more, but I'm almost there. And you're lying to yourself, and you're lying to yourself, because you're not fucking unaware. You're conscious of it, you know? And I do talk about a lot of, you know, the fear of responsibility, the fear of success. Those are real things. But at what point, when do you get tired and say, I want to become the man that I fucking know I am? I want to express this man outwardly. I don't want to just hold them inside no more because, you know, I know I'm a fucking leader. I know I'm a fucking dog. I already know I'm disciplined. I already know I'm productive. I just need to fucking trust myself. When are you going to give yourself that fucking permission? Like, you fucking like wait. And and the reason I'm so passionate about it is because I did the same fucking shit. See, the thing that I had like back then when I was 18, 19 was I didn't have the resistance. I said, fuck it. If I fell, I fell. Fuck it. Yeah. I had my family behind me financially, but they weren't backing me. They didn't respect that shit. So if you're a minority, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Where you don't have that support. It's just like, fuck it, go get a job, go to school and all that shit. But I took a big ass leap of faith betting on myself. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me what I cannot do? Like, why not? Why not me? Why not you? That's the real fucking question. Like, I really want you to sit down with that. Why not you? Why can't we win? Why do we gotta wait for what society wants for us, for what other people want for us? Why not trust ourselves? Why not be the ones to lead instead of complaining? Oh, he's not a competent leader. Oh, she don't know what she doing. Oh, we just fucking wait and complain. Why not just fucking finally take over? And you know why you don't take over? It's because you're not fucking honest with yourself. You think you need to be fucking ready. You think you need to be perfect. You think you need to be more prepared. But to be honest with you, if you're honest with yourself about your fears instead of suppressing them, instead of saying, I shouldn't feel like this because I'm competent, I shouldn't feel like this because I'm better than this, you'll you'll make it so much further. Cause now you're not fucking living split. You're not living fragmented, where a part of you is fighting to keep this version of life, and another part of you doesn't believe in yourself, and another part of you is fucking doubting, and another part of you is stuck in the past. That's the fucking life that I lived. A part of you doesn't trust his word, and. But if you're honest with yourself about these things and don't let these negative thoughts, these doubts define you, you'll fucking be able to overcome everything because the truth shall set you free, quoting scripture. And when you operate out of honesty, you're going to get out of your own fucking way. You're going to realize, okay, I need people to help me. Maybe that's something holding you back. You don't allow other people to help you because you're so smart, right? I know because I used to think the same way. Or you know what? Maybe you just don't want to look, you don't want to feel the shame. The shame. That shit hurt. It does hurt. It does hurt. There's things about myself that I figure out every single day, and that motherfucker hurt, bro. But you know what? At least I could be honest with myself. Because the moment you're honest with yourself, you finally let go of this fucking pressure to have to be perfect and ready and have all the things, and you're just like, you stop with having that internal timer in your fucking mind that tells you, if you don't get here by a certain time, if you don't have this outcome, you finally let go. And that's when shit starts happening. That's when you finally learn to trust yourself, because this whole time you've been waiting for something to validate you. You've been that man the whole time. You've been him. So be borderline delusional. Don't bet against yourself, man. Don't let other people take the positions that you want. Don't let other men take the woman that you can have. I'm talking about single women. We don't fucking steal other guys' girls on this channel. If you do that, you're a piece of shit. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm gonna be straight up. Bet on yourself. Be borderline delusional. You know, say fuck it. I'm gonna figure it out. Fuck it. I always figure it out anyways. Who do I need to ask for help? Who do I need to study? Who do I need to talk to? How do I get there? Ask those questions. Don't sit with, I'm not ready. I just, I don't believe in myself enough. Those things are real, but there's a time and place to address them. But when you already know what the fuck to do and you know what's holding you back, the only way to rewire your mind is to go through those things to show yourself that you can do it.